Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings from Indonesia. We are delighted to welcome you to the international webinar on effectiveness of the new halal regulations in Indonesia. My name is Lulu Akasahutami as your moderator for today's event. I really wish everyone joining this event in the good health and conditions. And first of all, praise to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. We have been graced by the chance to gather in this agenda. And before it's late, we would like to say Happy Eid Mubarak to those who celebrate it. May Allah showers His blessings to you and your family. Amin ya Rabbal Alamin. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce our speakers for today's. We have two speakers. First, we have Coordinator of Halal Registrations of BPJPH, Ministry of Religious Affairs, Republik of Indonesia, Ibu Dr. Subandriah MM. Assalamualaikum Ibu Andri.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning Ibu, how are you today?
I'm fine.
Thank you Ibu, thank you for joining us today. And for the second speaker, we have Head of Regulatory and Scientific Affairs of PT Nestle Indonesia, Ibu Rohratri Wandasari. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, Ibu Wanda.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, Mbak Lulu. Terima kasih.
Good morning, Ibu.
Bu Andri. Assalamualaikum, Bu Andri.
How are you today, Ibu Wanda?
Alhamdulillah sehat.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ibu Andri and Ibu Wanda for joining us today. Ladies and gentlemen, nowadays, the need for halal products in Indonesia is increasing rapidly. For a Muslim majority country like Indonesia, one important thing to consider when buying or consuming daily products is to ensure that the products are halal, or in other words, are allowed to use according to the laws of the Islamics. Laws and regulations related to the halal product assurance are constantly changing and updating. In the last 2 years, there have been many derivative regulations issued by BPJPH referring to government regulations number 39 year of 2021 on the implementations of the halal product assurance. There's still much confusion from the stakeholders' perspectives, especially among business owners. And these times, Halal Expert Talks will discuss the dynamics on the implementations of the latest halal regulations in Indonesia, including its developments and its changes. So we have the same understandings related to the current halal certification process in Indonesia. Ladies and gentlemen, before we start, I will explain for the rules and rundowns for this webinar. Please ensure that all participants use your headset and earphone for a better sound and experience. And also make sure you have a stable connections during this webinar. And also we have the Q&A session or discussion, so all participants are welcome to ask questions. Please write your questions in the Q&A menu with the format that's set on the screen. And also for all presentation for today's webinar will be available after the participant filling out the feedback form. And for today's agenda, we have 3 sessions. Firstly, we will have Ibu Dr. Subandriah MM. For the first session, Ibu Andri will present accelerating halal certification process through regulation support. And secondly, we will listen to the presentation from Ibu Rohratri Wandasari with the topic Strategy and Challenge of Halal Certification Process related to new regulations. And lastly, we will have a Q&A session. Without any further ado, now let's turn to the first session. We will show you the profile of the speaker. Ibu Dr. Subandriah MM. Ibu Andri received her doctorate degree of Management Finance. Now Ibu Andri is a coordinator of Halal registrations of BPGPH. Ibu Andri also have many experiences become an international speaker. And from 2011 until now, Ibu Andri also one of the team member of education of MUI DKI Jakarta and also head of division of Cooperation Lecturer Alliance of NU. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ibu Andri.
Okay, thank you, moderator. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahirrabbilalamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asrofil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi washabihi ajmain amma ba'du. Honorable Ibu Efrin, Director of IHATEK. Honorable Ibu Rohratri Wandansari. Good morning, Bu. Head of Regulatory and Scientific Affairs, PT Nestle Indonesia.
Morning, Ibu.
Good morning. Honorable Ibu Lulu Akasa Hutami, Moderator. Good morning, Honorable ladies and gentlemen of participants of international webinar. Good morning. Selamat pagi, salam sejahtera, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam, salam kebajikan. Swadikap, Minasama Ohayo Gozaimasu. Id Mubarak, Minal Aidin wal Faizin. Happy Waisak Day. Firstly, I would like to thank to IHATEK which we held for this event. My name is Vandria from PPGBS, and this title for our presentation today, I will share screen. Let me a moment, sir.
Participants,
Is that
before
clear,
we start,
my presentation? Coba ulit.
not yet, Ibu.
Not yet. Oh, sorry.
Not yet.
Now?
Not yet, Ibu.
Yeah. Yeah.
We cannot see your screen.
How about this?
Not yet, Ibu.
Let me a moment.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, before we start for the presentation for the first speakers, please ensure all participants use the earphone or better sound and also better experience. And yeah, and also ensure for the internet connections during this webinar. And prepare for the Q&A sessions. Please make sure that participants write their questions in the Q&A menu. Ladies and gentlemen, for today's presentations will be available after filling out the feedback form, so you don't need to worry if you miss something in this webinar. This webinar will be also recorded and also available to our YouTube. Yes, Ibu Andri, we can see, yeah, we can see your screen.
Okay.
Okay.
Dibikin full aja, Bu. Di full kan? Yes.
Terlihat
Okay.
Ibu, betul. Ya,
I will
baik.
expose my presentation and
Sure Ibu, thank you so much.
yes, yeah, this title, New Halal Regulation in Indonesia. Is it effective? Yeah, this title is very interesting because many people get curious the update status of PPCBH program. And now we can look up of them one by one in a criteria. Next slide. Is it clear? Yes, this is Indonesia's law and halal regulation. We move on starting from law number 11 of 2020 concerning job creation. If we look up page 301 until 310, especially for halal product assurance, and show the government regulation number 39 of 2021 concerning the implementation of the halal product assurance, and show many changes of how to implement halal certification in Indonesia, and shortly symbol city as power, starting from processing halal certification 61 days to be 21 days. Next slide. Next, this is PPCBH halal service rate because PPCBH public service agency. Next. And this one guarantee standard of halal products. Next. There are multi-parties organizations of halal product assurance because PPCBH not alone, not standing alone for implementation halal certificate. Collaboration with relevant ministries or institution, and then LPH because of halal product inspection or testing, and MUI Fatwa Commission for halal product determination, and show community organization, especially Islamic community, Islamic organization, and then LPH in government university because there are halal center, and then halal center is home base for PPS companion for SMEs, PPS companion SMEs in bahasa pendamping proses halal. Next. Okay. Huh? Okay. No. Yes. Okay. It's finished. Yeah. This one, important issues in new halal certification, like the length of time for accomplishment of halal certification is further 21 days, and the maximum 34 working days. Start from the submission of application to PPCBH, then audit and LPH, and halal determination made by MUI Fatwa Commission, until the halal certification issued by PPCBH. Then Fatwa determination of halal stays in MUI Fatwa Commission, and this relates to the authority of scholar and compliant with Sharia. And admission of halal certification for SMEs is free of charge because subsidized by relevant ministry institution in case by government. And SMEs with low critical point product can do self-declare in accordance with PPCBH standards. Next. Application of halal certification. We know on October 17, 2024, that the target of the government because of mandatory show all food and beverage product that enter, circulate, and traded in the territory of Indonesia shall be halal certified. And that's according to the mandatory and passage of food and non-food, food, beverage, food and beverages as starting October 1729 up to October 17, 2024, and non-food like medicine, cosmetics, chemical, until use and utilize starting October 17, 2021, and up to a very heterogeneous, maybe 2026, even though 2036. And services like slaughtering, processing, storage, packaging, distribution, sale, and serving. Purpose of GPH based on Article 3 that's concerning halal product assurance. Number one, providing a convenient, security, safety, and certainty of availability of product on the public in consuming and utilizing a product. And second, increasing the added value for business operator in producing and selling halal product. Related halal product assurance. Number one, material. Use halal material, animal, vegetable, raw material, additive, and auxiliary. Halal product process. To use special facilities, resources, and equipment or tool for halal products. Then standard operating procedure, SOP. Every critical activity influence halal shall be halal SOP based. And the last, halal assurance system or SGA, be disciplined in carrying out halal assurance system, halal management system. Next. This is the principle of halal certification. Traceability by the objective to know exactly where the product produced, how the production process, what material used, from which manufacture, and how it has halal status. By the method to conduct audit or to check materials, formula, product processes, facilities, supporting document and management system. And second one, authentication by the objective to ensure that there are no counterfeiting of halal products with haram products, no mixing or cross-contamination between haram material and or into halal product. By method laboratory analysis, because perspective halal supply chain. So the holistic concept of halal toiba. Next. Yes. This one. Okay. This is the component of PPGPH support, not only regulation, because beside regulation, PPGPH support is facilities, infrastructure, human resource, and then supporting information and technology, and especially for cooperation, domestic cooperation and international cooperation. Now look up cooperation institutional network. Upgrade status today, we have Satgas Halal in 34 provinces. Satgas Halal is assistant for PPGPH, and 21 relevant ministries. We have hand in hand, side by side, together how to establish halal certification in Indonesia. And today we have formal 3 LPH, LP POM MUI, Jobindo, and Surveyor Indonesia. And the other one, 11 halal inspection agency, almost finishing ongoing process. And 131 institution for PPH companion in bahasa lembaga pendamping halal. This one under university. And the second one, especially facilities infrastructure. Now PPCB is building and halal service and halal laboratory. Halal laboratory, not only PPGP, but LPH is completed, and internet networking infrastructure until now PPGP's ongoing process for completed. Especially for human resource, we have 1,245 halal auditors. And then now we have 5,294 PPH companions and 785 halal supervisor in case pengawas halal and penyelia halal. And then work our staff central and regional service officer around 145. And so supporting information and technology, halal system of halal information. Until now, we do for completed repair, upgrade, and then system integration with LPH, then system integration with Indonesia single window, custom access, OSS, PKPM under Ministry of Investment. That circling component of PPGPH needs, not only regulation, show the other regulation we need for establishing halal certification in Indonesia. Next. And this one, halal determination valid in Indonesia. Number one, halal standard based on fatwa by ulama authority under MUI fatwa commission. And then number two, product audit by halal auditors are the basic for determining fatwa. Number three, halal certificate is an acknowledgement of the halal product issued by PPGPA based on a written halal fatwa issued by MUI in bahasa ketetapan halal. And show the halal certificate in Indonesia according science mazhab, and then fikih mazhab, ulama authority by under MUI fatwa commission, and then LPH auditor halal with inspecting and oral testing, and show halal certification is Sharia profession and science, Sharia compliant and scientific adjustment. Next. Yes, we continue that's halal certification process because of traceability, and then we must be attention about provision of halal materials, government support, regulatory, halal industry, research development, halal infrastructure, and human capital, and show direct to market share, marketing strategy, business operators until manufacturers, consumer, export, import, even do promotion, exhibition, and social capital. Because talking about halal is very close with economic, trade, industry, and investment. Next. This is the scheme of mandiri on a regular halal certification process. Is it clear for you my presentation? Coba Mbak dikirikan. The scheme for regular halal certification process. First, business operator submit to Halal by ptsp.halal.co.id. Then PPGPS does verification all documents. If the documents are not completed yet, then back to business operator. If the documents are completed, PPGPS send to LPH for inspecting or testing the document and determination of payment by LPH. Number 3, LPH is inspecting or testing document and determining a payment. And number 4, PPGPH issues invoice of payment. Number 5, business operator does payment and upload invoice of payment in Halal. Number 6, PPGPH does verification for invoice of payment. And number 7, PPGPH issued STTD, surat tanda terima dokumen. Number 8, LPS does testing business operators product. Number 9, MUI does fatwa council. Number 10, PPGPH issues halal certificate. And the last, number 11, business operator can download halal certificate in Halal. And this is the scheme for self-declare halal certification process. Number 1, starting for business operator, because self-declare, especially for SMEs, micro and small. Then SM is to create Halal account and ptsp.halal.co.id. Number 2, business operator submit halal certification and choose or select self-declare registration and to do input facilitation code. Number 3, PPS companion pendamping halal does verification and validation. Number 4, PPGPS does verification of document. Number 5, PPGPS issued STTD, surat tanda terima dokumen. And number 6, MUI to fatwa council. Number 7, PPGPS issues halal certificate. And number 8, SMEs can download halal certificate from Halal. Next. Is it? This is the scheme of self-declared halal certification process. SM statement based on rule of PPGPS halal standard and by the criteria product is not risk. The material are definitely halal. The production process is guaranteed. The halalness and simple. And SMEs design material and PPH kit. And then the second one, PPH companion to inspect the completeness of document application, material and skip. And PPH companion do verification can be carried out in the field of the halalness material required. And then number 3, SMEs and PPH companion to do correction for material and halal product processing and to do statement halal product in bahasa ikrar akad halal statement by PPH companion. And all document and close halal statement sent to PPGPH by PPH companion. And number 4, PPGP receives all documents and verifies them, then send them to MUI. And MUI do halal fatwa and issued halal determination. And the last PPGP issued halal certificate. That's the scheme of self-declared halal certification process. Next. Yes. 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 This one, regular halal certification process, like the function PPGPA, the function LPH, the function MUI. I have mentioned before this, but I remind you that the function PPGPA as a regulator, administrator, leading sector of GPA. So registration and certification, the second function, guidance and supervisor of halal product assurance, and the third function is cooperation, domestic cooperation and international cooperation. But in Indonesia, cooperation and interdependency of 3 actors of halal certification in Indonesia. And now, like in as my presentation, there are 3 formal LPH inspecting and or testing product by halal auditor, like LP from MUI, Stupindo, and Supplier Indonesia. And it's another one almost finished processing. And one product acceleration of halal certification in Indonesia is Sehati, abbreviation sertifikasi halal gratis, especially for a micro and small enterprise. And the scheme of Sehati halal certification process, number 1, SMEs or business operator SMEs submit halal certificate by complete document, data of business operator, name and type of product, and list and material of product, product processing, SCPA, sistem jaminan produk halal document. And the second, PPGPA check complete document and determine LPH needs 2 days. And number 3, LPH test inspecting and testing halalness product in the maximum 15 days. Number 4, MUI determine halalness product by Halal Fatwa Council, the maximum 3 days. Number 5, PPGPA issues halal certificate in 1 day. So totally certification process in 21 days by online registration to www.ptsp.halal.co.id. Next. Yes. Okay. We look up halal certification for SMEs product on self-declared category will be carried out by halal product process assistant by PPH companion, and from Sabang until Merauke, there is black color SMEs product in Sumatra zone, in Java zone, Kalimantan zone, Sulawesi zone, and then NTB, and the entity Maluku, and the last Irian. That's according SQ of head PPGPH number 33 year 2022. Next. Now, how about self-declared halal certification financing? Number one, from budgeting of APP and APPD, it's mean KOI, government of Indonesia. And then second one, alternative financing for SMEs. Number three, financing of partnership fund. Number four, grant or hibah of government or other institution. And number five, revolving fund. And number six, other legitimate fund and not binding sources. Next. And the schemes have declared for acceleration of halal certification for SMEs product. There are four components: yellow color mandatory, and then what's green, light green acceleration for halal certification, and green goods and services, and the last SMEs. So PPGBH together with relevant ministries and other stakeholders to prepare human resource who will carry out the process of halal certification acceleration for every product that shall be halal certified by PPA assistant institutional and PPH facilitators training. By PPH assistant institution, PPH companion. And there are two phases. PPH assistant institution will be training of trainer program by PPCPH, and then the PPH institution will train the PPH companion by training program of PPH based on rule of game by PPGPH. Next. Now we look up the data on halal certificate issued for SMEs, especially self-declared 2021. Orange color, self-declared. Yes. Facilitation in bahasa fasilitasi it means sehati, and mandiri it means regular. And so we look up 2021, especially self-declared, the total 1,243. Next. Yeah, this one scheme of LPH. LPH. Okay, we move on. Yes. The scheme submission for PPH companion institution. Firstly, PPH companion institution create an activities and account. Then PPH companion institution submit to register to PPGPH. PPGPH to verification the document application. If the document not yet completed, send back to PPH companion institution. If document is complete, PPGPH do validation of document application. Then PPGPH under Head Center for Halal Registration and Certification to approve the PPH companion institution document, and PPGPH by Head PPGPH to electronic signing for registration certification for PPH companion institution. And so registration certificates for PPH companion institution sent to PPA company and institution. Next. And this one, the scheme submission for PPS companion. Number one, PPS companion institution submit to register candidate PPS companion. Then PPS companion institution complete data registration of PPS companion by name and then background and blah 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 incomplete. Then PPCPA to verification all document application of PPS companion like PPS institution not complete data send back to PPS to complete data. Then PPCPA to validation of document application of PPS companion. Number 5, PPCPS in case has Center for Halal Registration and Certification to approve the PPS companion document and PPCPA to electronic signing for registration certificate for PPS companion and registration certificate for PPS companion is success. Next. Okay, now we look up the halal legality, especially for SMEs which have met the requirement and their halal product determined by MUI will be given a sign of halal legality by PPCPA in the form of halal certificate and halal label. Halal label will be listed on the package or non-package. This one, halal certificate and new halal label of Halal Indonesia. Next. This is the differences between halal stipulation by MUI and halal certification by PPCPH. Because halal certification issued by PPCPH based on halal stipulation. Halal stipulation issued by MUI Fatwa Commission as written evidence that product have met the requirement and declare halal. But case in the field that many SMEs or business operator showed that halal stipulation is a halal certification, and so we must make a comparison. The difference between halal stipulation and halal certification. Next. And see halal features. Until now we completed ongoing process to complete it. See halal features consists of number 1, application for halal certification between regular and safety clear. Regular, mandiri, and sehati because includes with LPH, safety clear because assisted by PPH companion. And number 2, SM is facilitation. Number 3, PPH companion institution registration. Number 4, PPH companion registration. Number 5, halal auditor training. Number 6, halal auditor registration. Number 7, LPH accreditation. Number 8, halal certificate body in bahasa LHLN accreditation, lembaga halal luar negeri accreditation. Next. This is the program of year 2022 PPCPA do acceleration program for the target 10 million halal certified for SMEs product to encourage Indonesia as a center of toward halal industry as well as the pioneer of wood passion industry. So the Halal Product Assurance Body, PPGBA, of the Ministry of Religious Affairs is going to continue the socialization of Halal Product Assurance Program. And the socialization was carried out to provide understanding of Halal Product Assurance certification for SMEs. And acceleration program for Halal for SMEs product by synergy and collaboration between government, hand in hand with government, level province and district level stakeholders, then relevant ministries and agencies, government, I mean BUMN or private, then business operator until industry, government university or private university, Islamic organization, Islamic institution, like the others, e-commerce, people, etc. And so we always commitment and cooperation. Next. How the affirmative action of SM is in Indonesia. The halal certification process for SM is product is simple city is power and shortened from 3 months to 21 days. To be easy halal certification for SMEs that were made PPGB halal standard. And like halal certification, especially for SMEs, is fee 0 rupiah. In terms of halal certificate application submitted by SMEs was free of charge. That's according government regulation number 39/2021, the article 81. And then self-declare halal certification because it's mandatory of halal certification for SMEs based on SMEs statement. Then the government facilitation for halal certification, government mandatory to facilitate for SMEs halal certification product, and starting from December 1, 2021, PPGB as a public services in Bahasa Badan Layanan Umum would begin to the starting rate in accordance with PMK 57 and its derivative rules. Next. This one, the data of halal certification survived by PPGB 8 year 2019 until 2022. The pandemic, impact of the pandemic very decreasing significantly, especially for 2019 to 2021, and so starting 2022 increasing significantly, and data of registration and issuance of SMEs halal certificate totally registered, and because of pandemic 2019 is small, but increasing significantly on 2020, and then grew up increasing significantly 2021, and now 2022 only 1,722. And then totally halal certification 2020 increasing significantly until 2021. Okay, next. And this one surveys statistic of halal certification in transition from MUI to because of mandatory halal certification by government in case MORA, Ministry of Religious Affairs, by PPGP8. And then we talk about a product that halal declare because totally SMEs now 4.2 million consists of micro and small, especially to be safely clear and sehati for micro and small. Then acceleration hoping for Indonesia position in global Islamic indicator according state the global Islamic economic report 2022 released by the Standard Dinar on March 31, 2022. Prediction for first ranking, Indonesia can be the first ranking in the world in the food and beverage category. Next. Okay. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I have done my presentation. I hope that all are curious for information and knowledge to you. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much Ibu Andri for the presentation on accelerating halal certification process through regulation support. Up next, we will proceed to the second session, strategy and challenge of halal certification process related to new regulations, which will be delivered by Head of Regulatory and Scientific Affairs of PT Nestle Indonesia, Ibu Rohratri Wandasari. Now, let we see our speaker's profile. Ibu Rohratri Wandasari graduated with a Bachelor of Food Technology and Nutrition from IPB University. Now, Ibu Wanda is a Head of Regulatory and Scientific Affairs at PT Nestle Indonesia. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ibu Rohratri Wandasari.
Thank you, Mbak Lulu. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, everyone. Honorable Ibu Subandria,
Good
Mbak Lulu,
morning.
and all participants. Hope everyone is in a good condition. Thank you to IHATEC that give me this opportunity to share about the implementation. Actually, want to share about the implementation of halal certification process in Nestle Indonesia. Will be share a bit about what is the challenge, how we overcome it, and also the transition toward the new regulation. Okay, I will try to share my presentation. I hope it's already clear in the screen.
Yes, clear, Ibu.
Yes, good.
Okay, thank you. So as mentioned, I will share about the halal assurance and certification process in Nestle Indonesia. First of all, I will share first on our company, a bit story about our company.
These are our eyes. We see the world constantly moving. At the same time, we believe that every change that comes with it becomes an opportunity for us to help shape a better and healthier world. These are our ears, always ready to listen, always ready to learn, as we seize the opportunities to enable individuals and families live a healthier and happier life, develop resilient and thriving communities, shape sustainable consumption, and protect resources for future generations. These are our hands. Every day, we touch billions of lives. Everywhere we are, we strive to make a positive impact. Always with nutrition at our core, and always guided by values rooted in respect. Over 150 years ago, our founder Henri Nestlé inspired us to push boundaries, motivated us to strive for continuous improvement, and always deliver excellence. In 1873, we started building our presence among Indonesian families, offering tastier and healthier choices from generation to generation. These are our feet. The steps that we take will move us forward, leveraging our scale to embrace every opportunity to create value for the society. Our feet will take us to collaborations, and together with our partners, we'll turn our words into actions to positively impact the communities we live in. This is our heart. And with our sincere heart, we want to help shape the world by enhancing quality of life and contributing to a healthier future.
So that's our company profile. I just want to share a bit also about our purpose. So we know that actually the halal is embedded also in our purpose. Our purpose shows that our priority is the consumers and customer needs and also well-being. And as Indonesia is one of the biggest Muslim countries, so we have to provide the product that are halal. This needs on the halal product as one of the main driver for Nestle Indonesia to have halal the function. So apply also to in the Nestle corporate business principle, halal is embedded in all of across the function. In the quality assurance, it is also embedded in the consumer communication, in the internal interaction, and also communication in the safety and healthy at work, and also including also responsible sourcing and customer and business partner. Means that we have to implement all of the halal requirement in a part of our process. It applies to end-to-end process from the plant to the plate. So we have to ensure the implementation of halal system application, halal certification in all of the process. During procuring material, the raw material and packaging material procurement, in the product production manufacturing, and also in the supply chain, and including also in the business product. So it is not only apply in Nestle itself, but we have to ensure that our supplier and vendor that work with Nestle Indonesia comply with halal requirement. So Nestle Indonesia actually entered market in Indonesia in 1873, and in 1973 we developed the first. 1978 we developed the first factory in Panjang factory. It is a coffee factory, and then 1988 we also developed a factory replacing the one in 1973. This is more new modern factory in Kejayan. And then we have also the latest factory of Nestle Indonesia is in we developed in 2014, established a Kerawang factory in West Java, and currently we are in develop a new factory still in process in Jawa Tengah. And then we've already implemented, actually the certification of the product itself, we've already started in 1980s, end of 1980. And then we've already implemented the halal assurance system in the factories of Nestle Indonesia starting in 2009. So it is really that quite long time we've already worked or developed the halal assurance system. Halal policy in Nestle Indonesia is stated in the quality policy, since safety and quality is part of our commitment to be brilliant to the basic within our operational. Halal is included in the policy of Nestle Indonesia, applies to all functions. It is stated in the quality policy that producing and marketing of halal certified food and beverages product in Indonesia. So we have to ensure that all products that distributed in Indonesia have halal certificate. So this is the key milestone or actually key strategy on implementation of halal assurance systems. First is in the people development. We invest most in this area. We do train the trainers, we coach the halal coordinator, we supervise halal coordinator and halal core team. We ensure halal team in place and consists of a cross-function team, not only in the corporate or in the head office, but also in each factory. So we do also training evaluation. Every year, we also always train the trainer. We invite also trainer from outside, not internal training, but we do also inviting external training. The second one is about the develop halal assurance system. So first, a halal policy should be in place, and it is in place. It is based on a management commitment to implement halal assurance system in all function and process. We also supervise on development of halal assurance system in each factory. We review and monitor halal supporting document for all materials. We conduct internal audit. We conduct audit simulation, prior on-site audit, and share best practice within factory. We share also database maintained in SharePoint and system. All factory within factory means all of factory around the world, because we have to ensure that all products that market in Indonesia have halal certificate. We do also supplier audit, and in the audit including the halal requirement. The third thing is ensure halal, the implementation of halal development, including ensure internal audit and regular training. It is in place, monitor and review validity of halal certificate. We also ensure all critical activity, including new product development, product reformulation, new material approval. New material means all of the raw material, and also packaging material, purchasing incoming material, production, on the cleaning process, in the material and product storage, also handling and transportation comply to halal requirement. We also always update to the halal community within Nestle on the Indonesia halal regulation and requirement in internal halal community. What is our result and achievement on this so far? This is Of course, most of this actually done prior the set up with BBGPH, but we continue doing it. So first, we have 43 factories around the world. This is include 34 overseas factories in Asia, Europe, and America. And we have 9 local factories, including co-manufacturers. Why we also audit them or supervise all of the overseas factory, because this is related with the our policy that we have to have a halal certificate in every product that market in Indonesia. Among the 43 factory, we have 23 factories has granted has certificate, and 20 factories has granted has status of A. The has certificate and has status, this is the terminology that being used by LPPOM MUI, but we think that this is the good one, because one, we like this is like a reward for the company that already implement the has certificate, implement the has halal assurance system. So then when we already implement it regularly, we don't need to do all of the things from the beginning. So I think this is also a big learn for us. If there is a system to have a reward for the company that already implement all of the HAS system, that will be very good. During the process of the halal certification, we always do a process improvement, because we see also some challenges. For example, for the supplier or producer material, not all of the material has a halal certificate that acknowledged by LPPOM MUI, or as of now, maybe acknowledged by BPGPA. And also sometimes the list of halal foreign body that acknowledged by Indonesia halal body is always changes. So we need to work with the supplier. We ensure the supplier to should understand the halal material requirements. We cascade to them the halal knowledge. So then we are in line or aligned with our process. The other one is sometimes the same type of materials came from different factory of the supplier. So supplier have many factories. They supply to us from different factory, but the halal certificate came from other factory. So this is again, we need to ensure the supplier, we share with the supplier the requirement, so then they can supply the new material that already approved and also have a halal certificate that acknowledged by LPPOM MUI. For the production facility itself, for the example, the many challenges is because we have many production sites. We have, as mentioned, we have 43 factories. This is including third party, co-manufacturing, factory chains, or different factory within bulk and finished good. So we have to set up and ensure that the understanding of halal is according to business process, then apply to all of the factory that supply the product to us. Not all of the production, the other issue is not all of the production facility has fulfill halal requirement. For example, they do not have the dedicated washing facility for sampling food. This is also critical for the halal certificate. So then we ask the factory to modify and invest some equipment to comply with halal requirement. The other challenges that we face also is on the halal team, because it is mentioned that the halal supervisor is mandatory as a Muslim. In fact, in the overseas, we don't have. Sometimes not every Nestle overseas factory has a Muslim staff, or sometimes if they have it, the staff is not always competent in the halal area. So we discuss with the BPGPH and also with the LPPOM MUI as our auditor to allow us to become as an advisor for that factory. So we act as a halal advisor on their halal team. The other challenges actually this is happened, and we know that no harmonized on halal standard and certification process globally, and also no harmonized acknowledgement of halal body within country. So what we do currently is factory that has been halal certified by other halal body, we ask them to adjust with the requirement and doing multiple halal certification for that product. This is an example what we do for success. We proactively providing input during regulation development through Food Industry Association, and then our GAPMI. Then GAPMI will discuss as a representative, or we convey our issue, our challenge to GAPMI to present it to the BPGPH or the regulator or to the LPPOM MUI. So then we try to find a solution for that issue. We also actively engage to BPGPH and LPPOM MUI to ensure smooth transition, because this is not an easy, the transition is not the easy tough. If we see that previously, we saw also that Ibu Subandria also share a lot of regulation that it is not come in one, but it is also a journey of a regulation. And thanks that BPGPH and LPPOM MUI can accept our proposal, or sometimes have a lot of discussion. It is not only one time discussion, it is several time discussion, and it is transforming year to year, and become now is more. I think the regulation is more completed, even though we need some improvement on that. I will share it later. We also do cascade update policy, regulation, and requirement to all Nestlé factory. We also agile and do proactive action to ensure smooth transition on halal certification process. And as mentioned before, we act as halal advisor to all Nestlé overseas factory. For this extra mile we have to do, because it is not easy. The overseas factory have a different time zone. So sometimes we need to do the audit in the night, or we have to do prerequisite audit in the middle of the night to ensure that all of everything when the LPPOM MUI as our auditor conduct the audit, we can have a successful audit. How we adapt with these changes, because we know that it is also mentioned that with Ibu Subandria, a lot of changes happen. So then we have some proposal on this. First, in the halal certification process, the system for applying halal certification is not yet linked within BPGPH and LPPOM MUI. Currently, we use LPPOM MUI as our auditor. We see that there is a link, but this link is not work properly. So sometimes it is need more communication out of the link itself. So the delay on the issuance of halal certificate is happening currently. Sometimes we need to contact BPGPH, and then after we submit all of the document, we need to contact to LPPOM MUI to ensure that we've already provide a document, we already registered through BPGPH and inform them some of communication then, and then when we asked that why we don't have the halal certificate, then we need to check with MUI whether it is already whether they already upload the halal surat ketetapan halal yet or not, and then we need to check also with BPGPH whether they already receive all of the documentation that's submitted by LPPOM MUA, something like that. So we really need that we can develop the fully integrated system that run very well. So then all of the certification process can run smoothly, and then also have a more simplified or reduce the timeline itself. So it is including also the timeline. Currently, Ibu, it is not yet implemented as per Indonesia regulation. Yes, we hope we can have the 23 days, ya Bu, for the halal certificate. But then mostly currently, we don't have that luxury yet. This is we think that's because the link is not connected properly, and then also a lot of if I may say we need to be more agile on that, because with the sometimes the issue is come because of the there is a new regulation stated about the product category, which is different with the previous one. So then we have to adapt again with the new regulation that will impact also the timeline. We submit previously with the current product product category. Then in the middle of the submission there is a regulation changes, and then we need to change again with the new one. This is also an issue, and then impact with the timeline itself. This one example. Another example also is as I said previously, the connection of the link, it is not fully implemented, ya Bu. So then some hiccup in the process is still happen. Even for the halal certificate itself, some of our product that request for halal certificate 2 or 3 months ago is still hanging in somewhere. So this is we still need to improve on this timeline. Another one is it is the different one with the current practice that we have with the PPOM MUA, especially if we have a new product that fall under the same category. So currently with the new regulation, if we have new product with the same category of product that we have previously, we have to register as new registration. So it will take more timeline, more resource, more cost, because we have to start it a new registration. And also industry will have several halal certificate of one category with different validity. This is also an issue because it is on the same category, the same brand name, but then the same variant of flavor. We have to register as a new product registration and have a different validity. And then also we have to maintain two different product registration, and then especially we have to also share more resource in terms of manpower and also cost in this. So we propose to add development registration to simplify the halal certification process, and also we propose also to have halal certificate number within the same category is the same with the previous one. The other one is the high cost of certification, because first is, for example, the new if we have new development in the same category, we have to register it, have a new product, and also there are another costs that need to be paid by the company on the certification process, because it is not only one time. This is for the big company, because previously for SME, we I think the BCP has already have a system, but for the big company, this is still an issue for us. So then this is some of the biggest challenge or the biggest issue that we still have. We propose to have one cost for one halal certification, no other halal inspection cost, and no new registration for development. The other one that we still can be propose is to apply the reward system. So then we don't need to do multiple or conduct an audit or register a new one every time the validity of the halal certificate is expired. As mentioned before, with the previous system, we have the HAS certificate status, and then also we have the halal HAS certificate and A status for the halal certificate. This is as one of a reward for the company that have implement the halal assurance system in a good way. Sorry. So the key learning is continuous improvement are required to adapt with the changes. Collaboration with the related function and party are crucial to ensure the issue is tackled properly. And discussion and communication are also essential to ensure alignment and sustainability. So we hope that all of us can discuss, still can discuss in a better way, so then we can improve our process to have a better or smooth halal certification and assurance system in Indonesia. So that's all my sharing. Thank you, and looking forward to have a discussion with all of the team.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much, Ibu Wanda, for the presentation with the topic Strategy and Challenge of Halal Certifications Process related to the new regulations. We have also seen the progress of the development in this transition period and also a breakthrough for the halal certification process in Indonesia. Thank you so much, Ibu Wanda, for the presentations. Now we'll move on to the Q&A sessions. Ladies and gentlemen, we already received the questions from all the participants, and I'd like to begin by the question for Ibu Andri. Before that, we would like to welcome for the foreign halal certification bodies that joining today, and we have some questions from foreign halal certification bodies. The first questions for Ibu Andri.
Yes,
Yeah.
I will be ready.
Okay, Ibu. Yeah. How is the development of mutual recognition of foreign halal certification body these days, Ibu?
Okay, thank you for the question. May I know from who the question? I would like to thank for someone give me question related for halal certificate body or halal foreign body, MRA, mutual recognition agreement. According international cooperation, PP, government regulation number 39 2021. It's international cooperation by halal certificate body or in bahasa LHLN, Lembaga Halal Luar Negeri, mutual recognition. Before mutual recognition shall be MOU government to government, G to G, and then signing MOU G to G followed up by mutual recognition agreement and show halal certificate body can do what's like saling pengakuan cooperation with PPGPH like that. So mutual recognition must be starting from MOU G2G because between government and government. That's my replying.
Thank you so much, Ibu, for your answer. So there another question from Mrs. Mita HFFIA from Netherlands. The EU is apparently very close to have an agreement with BPGPH to accept the ongoing partnership and cooperation agreement with Indonesia as the required G2G umbrella agreement on halal corporations, as Indonesia requires from its international trading partners. So if it is complete, there will be apparently no need for the G2G with individual EU member states, like direct MRA agreement with individual certifying bodies in the EU would be possible after accomplishment. Is it correct, Ibu, for the statement?
Pardon, it's too long. Shortly,
yeah, for the statement, there have an agreement required G2G umbrella on halal corporations as Indonesia requires from international trading partners. So there will be apparently no need for the G2G with individual EU member states. That yeah, for the agreement individuals certifying bodies for the EU, Ibu. Is it clear enough, Ibu, for the questions?
Okay. International cooperation, yes.
Yeah.
Firstly, I inform according the law number 33 year 2014 that halal product assurance. There are two kind of cooperation: domestic cooperation and international cooperation. Related for international cooperation between countries, show started by G2G, and then after G2G followed up by MRA, mutual recognition agreement. So like that's yes, that's like you should send formal letter to head of PPGP8 and show detailed information will replying to you. That's my suggestion, because according our government regulation between countries started by G2G and followed up by MRA, Mutual Recognition Agreement. Thank you.
Okay, Ibu. So, how is the progress of the MRA for countries from the European Union, Ibu?
Sorry, now I can inform you directly because especially for Europe Union, we must check and you should directly because the privacy, yes, the privacy.
Oh, it's the privacy.
Yeah, it's better than formal letter to PPGB, and PPGB will reply in detail and agree deal like you want, I think. And no, I inform you as far as until now, there are 3 countries has done MOU G2G. Firstly, Chile, 2020, and then Argentina, 2021, and Hungary, 2022. That's still only 3 countries. So related for international cooperation handled by unit Halal standardization and cooperation, and I will note what the question from Europe, yes, and I will check about the status progress and my position pure handling for registration and certification. That's my replying.
Thank you so much, Ibu. Yeah, thank you for replying the questions. We have another questions related to the foreign language, foreign halal certification body. This is from Indratna from PT Distribusi Nusantara Indonesia. For Ibu Dr. Subandria, how is the rules if the product has been certified in the origin country? Is it can be acknowledged by BPGPH? If not, is there any further regulations to implement those?
Yes. Okay, thank you. From Ibu Mita, yes?
Indratna, Ibu. Indratna.
Ibu Indratna from
yes.
As I would like to inform you the scheme of import product. There are 2 schemes. Firstly, product. If a foreign product came to Indonesia and then halal certification like regular certification by LPH Indonesia, like that, because end product. But especially for category product like material as auxiliary, maybe 4, yeah, by between PPGP and LHEAN shall be started by G2G and then follow up by MRA. That's especially for raw material product import. So there are 2 schemes for product import based on government regulation 39 2021, the article 122 122 and additional in 127. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ibu, for the answer. And what assurance can be offered that the Indonesian certification is globally accepted for BPGPH certified products, Ibu?
pardon, sorry, we have double tune. Sorry.
Oh, okay, Ibu, it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, okay,
Repeat
Ibu.
apa nih?
And what, yeah, and what assurance can be offered that Indonesian certifications is globally accepted for BPGPH certified products, Ibu? Ibu, do you hear me? Okay.
Mandatory halal certification in Indonesia. That's PPGPH will do the task on behalf of government of Indonesia, like state of the law, the Article 4, all product enter circulated traded in Indonesia territory must be halal certified because by halal not only for Muslim but all people. So today halal to be iconic, trending topic not only national level but in the world, and show especially for SME's product to encourage high level from domestic to province, province to national, not national but regional and international product, because of supporting for perspective economic as economic partnership, like CEPA, yes, IT CEPA, yeah, CEPA, right, because halal take participant support for industry, trade, investment, especially for improving economic, and show hand in hand with domestic, all stakeholder, government and private, hand in hand for foreign, for government of foreign, international level, and sure we have welfare for our product SMEs grow up to international. And let me to say tagline Halal Indonesia untuk masyarakat dunia. Halal Indonesia for the world. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ibu, for the answer. Yeah, we still have another questions for Ibu Andri. Now, related to the halal certification process, Ibu, halal certifications issues, that what to do to face the challenge when the company not receive yet the SH, the surat ketetapan halal.
Yes, my question, what kind of type halal certification? My presentation expose safety clear, and then facilitation, and then regular. Which one you mean?
This
regular?
For the regular.
Yes. Firstly, I have mentioned in my presentation 3 actors in interdependency of halal certification in Indonesia: PPGPH, PPGPH, and then LPH and MUI. Ensure the function of PPGPH as regulatory administrator. Firstly, business operator submit to PPGPH, and PPGPH do verification about the document, the data. If the data not yet complete, sure, send back to business operator. If the document completed, send to LPH for inspecting and testing for the product, and the result of LPH testing send back to PPCBH, and then PPCBH sent to MUI Fatwa Commission, and Fatwa Commission to Fatwa Council, and then result of Fatwa Council, it's mean ketetapan halal, ketetapan halal, not halal certificate, because many business operator thought that ketetapan halal, it's mean the same of halal certificate. So stipulation, determination of what's halal from MUI send back to PPCBH, and then PPCBH processing administration issued halal certificate, and halal certificate will be continue until 4 years. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ibu, for the explanations. Yeah. Now we move to the question for Ibu Wanda. Ibu Wanda, there's a question from our participants, Melia Gustini, Madam Melia Gustini from French Embassy in Indonesia. It's nice to know the Nestle Indonesia could act as a halal advisor as Muslim halal team representative for overseas factories. Could you please inform us what are the requirements to be fulfilled and how to apply to BPGPH for this? Thank you.
Thank you for the question. So first, we have to have the halal training, pass the training also from outside. The training can be from IHATEC. So we usually got the training from them. And then second, we show the connectivity. I mean, we part of the halal assurance teams in that factory. So then we can give them, we can act as the advisor to them. So we are part of their halal team. That's the two things that I think the most important that we can do to be the advisor in the overseas factory.
Okay, thank you, Ibu. Okay, thank you, Ibu Wanda, for your answer. Yes, regarding to the requirement to be fulfilled and how to apply to the BPGPH. And the next one, there's a question from Ibu Lilis Semarang. For Ibu Wanda, due to dynamics and regulation changes in Indonesia, how Nestle perceive the changes to the implementation of halal assurance in Nestle factories, especially with the locations spread worldwide?
Yep, I think it's actually it's already shared before that we have to adjust, we have to do a lot of things. The adaptation is not only internally, but we have to also do some advocacy and also engagement with the regulator. So then it will not, I mean, if there is a lot of changes on that, actually we already prepare on that. So we have to do advocacy, engagement, and then we have to adjust on that. A lot of improvement still needed, as mentioned before in my presentation, even though the regulations say that the timeline should be moved from the long time to short, more or shorter than before, but then the implementation is not there yet. So we need to give input to the regulator, so then we can together make improvement on that.
Okay, thank you so much, Ibu. So that the company must do the advocacy, engagement, and prepare for the challenge, right, Ibu?
Yep.
Thank you so much, Ibu Wanda, for the answer. Now we move again to Ibu Andri. Ibu Andri, there still have questions for this session, Ibu.
I'll be ready.
Yeah, now regarding to the halal logo, Ibu. Yeah, is it okay? This is For the halal logo, is it okay to have other halal logo from foreign halal certification body beside BPGPH halal logo? Is halal logo from foreign halal certification body can be stickered or should be printed on the packaging?
My question, halal logo for halal foreign body, is it right?
Yeah, Ibu. For foreign body.
Yeah. Talking halal logo between foreign body, like I mentioned, because halal certificate body or halal foreign body or LHLN, it's between country to country, and then when MRE, when discuss about mutual recognition agreement or in bahasa pembahasan, we can talk together and sitting side by side, not only PPCP it directly to that country, but PPCP it will hand in hand, sitting side by side with relevant ministries competent, because related of regulation, international cooperation increased by ministry, foreign ministry, Kemlu, and then related for the subject, if that trade or for example, agriculture, we must do sitting together to discuss with agriculture department like that. And so talking halal logo, that includes by statement in mutual agreement or MRA. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ibu Andri, for the answer. Yeah, there's still much. There's still questions for Ibu Andri, yes? Also. Ibu Andri, are you ready?
It's no problem.
Yeah, Ibu Andri. For the cost, Ibu, there are various products. This is the question from Raden Mas Abadi, Public Policy Asia Advisor. The question is, there are various products. How do we know the cost and specifications of a product? Whether is it integrated with the harmonization code of the MOT?
So, kind of product?
This is for the the product that want to certified for the halal certified, Ibu.
Halal certified. The cost. Would you please angel up the question?
Yeah, Ibu, you wanted to repeat for the questions? Yeah. From Raden Mas Abadi, Public Policy Asia Advisor, for the question is, there are various products. How do we know the cost and specification of the product? Whether is it integrated with the harmonization code of the MOT?
MOT. Let me a moment. 2 minutes, I will check, and a moderator can move to Ibu to another speaker, maybe. I will.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, after this, we will have another session for the for this, and yeah, we will still wait for Ibu Andri will present for the answer. for the last answer actually. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen,
yes,
Ibu.
Miss Moderator.
Yeah, Ibu Ibu Andri.
Yes. What does it mean, MOT?
Okay.
Ministry of Trade.
Ministry of
Trade.
Ministry of Trade, Ibu.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Really, between PPGP8 under MORA and Ministry of Trade, always hand in hand, and then what's side by side collaboration together, especially for halal certification, and then import product, export product, we discuss together. That's our collaboration, and the function of trade, the function of PPGP8, and maybe one time MOT, Ministry of Trade, open like a joint business council, and then invite PPGP8 and prepare halal desk like this, and then halal forum, and together do socialization to business operator, especially importer, exporter, especially SM is binaan MOT, like that. So very close. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ibu Andri, for replying these last questions. Thank you. Yeah, thank you also for Ibu Wanda. Thank you. That question marks the end of the discussion session. Thank you for Ibu Subandria and Ibu Rohratri for joining us today. It's really nice to meet you today, Ibu Andri and Ibu Wanda. Yeah. Thank you and have a good day, Ibu. Hope to see you again in the next event.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes,
we can see again. Thank you so much for IHATEC. Thank you so much for Ibu Rohratri Wandansari. Thank you so much for moderator. Thank you so much, especially for very excellent ladies and gentlemen, all participants for this webinar this morning. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much, Ibu Andri and Ibu Wanda.
May I leave because I will continue my tour? Yes.
Sure, Ibu, sure. Thank you so much, Ibu. See you. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, participants of today's webinars, we would like to announce that after this event, please help us to fill out the feedback form that committee shared to the link to the chat box, and also we will give the presentations for today's webinar. Distinguished participants, the halal certification process in Indonesia must be properly understood by business owner, so that they can follow the current flow certification process. And IHATEC on June 28 to 30 will conduct the International Halal Online Training for HAS implementation and Halal Supervisor based on the latest halal regulations in Indonesia. We recommend the halal management team member from overseas companies, professionals, consultants, researchers, and academicians to join this training. And if you need more intensive assistance related to the Indonesian halal certifications, IHATEC provides consulting service for halal certification process in Indonesia. You can choose the consultation package according to the company needs. You can choose the consultations package start from HAS development, halal audit preparations, halal administration, and full package from zero to obtain halal certificate in Indonesia. Ladies and gentlemen, for more update information regarding Indonesia's halal development, we invite you to follow IHATEC social media account. Please visit our website www.ihatec.com, and also please follow our Instagram account at @info_ihatec. And this webinar will be recorded, and you can also access in our YouTube channel, IHATEC, and also we have Facebook account, Indonesia Halal Training and Education Center. If you need more assistance intensively, you can also contact us via WhatsApp. Dear participants, ladies and gentlemen, now the webinar sessions has come to its end. We hope this event can give enlightenment to the halal certification process in Indonesia. And once again, thank you so much for gracing our webinar with your presence. We truly appreciate your time joining this event. We truly appreciate it, and please stay safe and stay healthy. See you next time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.